Hey, all you very cool people, it's me, Super Games, and I'm playing Let's Play called Clouded Days. Mount Maze, whatever. How y'all doing? Let's get into this. What's our main characters? I guess I'll just do the narrator. No, Cloudy Days. I don't like them. Well, I mean, I prefer clouds to rain, and I prefer days with puffy, nipply clouds like today, the days when the sky's completely covered in gray, like Gandalf the Grey. But it's much nicer when the sky's completely blue and there's not a trace of white visible. Why is this against the white man? Why? Basically, the fewer the clouds in the sky, the better as far as I'm concerned. I'm a cloud bigot, I hate those. There's only a week of summer holiday left before we have to go back to school. I want to enjoy it as much as I can. Apparently, our main character is spending most of that time just staring at the sky and complaining. He enjoys his summer break in a weird way. And when I say enjoy, I mean things like lying on my own in the garden, but I'd enjoy it more if there weren't none of these motherfucking clouds! That's what I say to myself. I wish all the clouds would go away. No, you can't banish the clouds! What? I jerk upright at the unexpected reply. Who are you? How'd you get here? I'm Elna. I fell from the sky. Did you fall on your face? No. Looks like you did. You're mean. What? I'm a cloud fairy. Okay. Chronoluminaire presents Cloud Fairy. I look at the strange girl incredulously. She must have walked in through the side gate to the garden. My parents must have left it unlocked again. You're a what now? I'm a cloud fairy, can't you tell? Okay, then, why are you in my garden? I've come down to the ground because of an accident, and I need your help to get back. I continue staring at her quizzically. You don't believe me, do you? You don't believe me! No, not really. I never heard of a cloud fairy before. Ah! Look up there! She points up into the sky, and I try and follow her gesture. Yeah, all I can see is clouds. That's right, clouds, my home! Your home. You live in a cloud. I'm looking at her skeptically again. Well, of course! Where do you think a cloud fairy lives? God, you're stupid! Yeah, of course. Silly me. I don't know what I was thinking. Look, that big cloud up there with the two towering bits? Yeah? That's my home. I live in the tower on the right, and my father lives in the tower on the left. Is there a local mental institution that maybe she escaped from? Okay. And I need your help to get back. And what do you want me to do? Pick you up and throw you? You look too heavy for me to throw you. Are you saying I'm fat? No, maybe a little. So how are you gonna get back up into the sky? Duh, I got wings, dummy. Then why do you need my help? It's undeniable, there are wings coming out of her back. They look like something from a fancy dress costume, but I can't quite see where they're clipped on. I gingerly reach out and brush my finger against her wings. Oh. She cried out in a startled tone. I'm sorry, did that hurt? Not exactly, but they're very, very sensitive. You must never touch a cloud fairy's wings without asking! Is that like some sort of sexual assault? I'm sorry, lady. It was a little weird of our main character to just start filling you up. She's looking at me so sternly that I just nod. Yeah, so I'll be able to fly home. Alright, you have fun with that. If I can find a good launching point. Why don't you climb up the top of my house and see if you can jump off? I mean, wait, what do you mean? I can't just fly to the sky from the garden. What are you thinking? I need to find somewhere high. I think she's asking us to get high. So what's wrong with Twiller's Hill? I just fell from the sky. I don't know none of these places around here. Phew. Take me to this hill now, human. What, me? Who else? But I'm looking at the sky and yelling at the clouds. I want to say I'm busy, but all I was going to do was lie here on the grass, and I really can't say that. All right. I could do with some exercise today anyway. With a brief exertion, I lift myself off the lawn. Oh, it's so hard. What? What's hard? Is it a penis? I love those. No, it's hard to get off of my lazy ass. Oh, disappointing. That's what they all say. And we set off, the strange fairy following me. This place might do. What? Not high enough for you? I'd like to get really high. We'll see. What else do you need? Nothing beyond what's here. Let's give it a try. You know, I'm no physicist, but I'm judging by the size of your wings that they're not big enough to, you know, generate the momentum you'd need to fly. Physically speaking, a bumblebee can't fly. I don't know. She acquires the look of concentration and just stands there for several seconds. Then, you just jumped. You just jumped. You jumped. You didn't get a running start. You just jumped. She didn't hang in the air at all. It just looked like she was a girl jumping in the air. Apart from the way her wings fluttered slightly, could that have just been the wind? This is no good! Well, sorry. This is the highest place within walking distance. Father's house is drifting away. Yeah, cloud houses do that, I guess. They move pretty quickly. In half an hour, it'll be gone. I have to try again tomorrow. You're not staying at my house. What? But I just said... They'll come back. I heard Father say they'll be circling back over this part of the ground tomorrow. I don't think you know how clouds work. You know what I like to imagine? Okay, there's a castle in the clouds that her dad does live in, and then the clouds fly out over the Atlantic, and the clouds begin to rain, and then the cloud disappears, and then this castle falls into the Atlantic, and they're like, oh, splat. With a sudden suspicion, I look at her. What are you going to do overnight? I have to find somewhere to sleep. I've seen a few stories where some hapless guy meets a mysterious girl who turns up out of nowhere, and she always seems to have to stay at his house. And there's no way that's happening. I'm only 15. My parents would kill me. You can't stay at my house. Wow, he's responsible. What? How full of herself is she that she just assumed a 15-year-old boy would let her stay? How old is she? I wouldn't want to stay at your house. Fairies sleep outside. Don't you know anything? Oh, yeah. Sorry. How could I not know that? Her smile is somewhat dazzling. She winks at me and she adds, I might sleep in your garden, though. I might watch you from the garden. We walk back to my house at a more relaxed pace than the urgent hurry with which she'd marched me off to the hill. I wonder if his dad is going to be like, son, why is there a weirdo in the garden? I want to know that, Dad. I didn't mean your mom. Dad! I'm just saying. What were you planning to do for the rest of the day? I didn't have much planned. Well, she's really needy. Needy girlfriend. I lie in the garden and relax, I guess. Maybe bitch some more about the clouds. Can I join you? Yeah, whatever. I return to my favorite spot on the lawn, facing away from the house, and past the point where the neighbor's shed blocks the view of the sky. Elna sits down daintily beside me, a little closer than I'd have chosen for her to sit next to me. I like this kid. I really like this kid. Most of these games are like, oh, it's a girl, I want him. He's like, I can't have a weird girl in my house. Oh, she's too near me. I don't even know her. Gary, or whatever his name is decent. Oh, well, I'll lie back and gaze at the sky. The girl points at a puffy, towering cloud and says, that's my best friend's home. Oh, great. I gotta hear all about her life. What, that cloud? It looks like a cloud to you, but there's a whole freaking castle up there. Yeah, sure. You all live in castles. You're all rich, and that's why you live up there instead of proper homes. You okay? I think I ate a bug. And the one next to it is my other friend's playground. Really? She nods vigorously. I wish I was on cam for that, because I'd be like, bah! Wait. I assume it was like this. I assume that is like a... Are you having a seizure? I just really agree. I point at a large flat cloud in the distance to say, that's rather flat like your chest. Hey! I'm just kidding. What's that one then? The fairy replies darkly, that's one of our mortal enemies. It's been approaching our citadel for some days now. My father will have to go out and fight them soon. Wow, I thought you guys were more civilized. She indicates a round, narrowish cloud and says, that's my father's warship. There are battleships up there now? Not just now. They've been for hundreds of years, you know. But aeroplanes have flown above and through clouds. We never see any of this. She gives a laugh, and it's a pretty sound. We've become quite good at hiding our castles from humans. Have you ever been in an aeroplane flying through clouds? Yeah, once when my family took us on holiday. We normally just drive somewhere, but one time we flew off for a holiday in the sun. And when the aeroplane passed through clouds, it just looked completely white, right? Yeah? Mostly fairy jizz. Since humans invented aeroplanes, we've started coloring the outsides of our castles white. You can't see them from less than a yard away. How come a plane never hit one of your castles? Really? And what about if a plane's gonna fly closer than that, or even actually hit one? We move it out of the way. That's one of the advantages of building on a cloud rather than on ground. Okay, but what about the view from above? And wait, I have a more important question. What about feces? When you have to pee or shit, where does that go? Don't tell me when it rains, that is fairy pee. And don't tell me hail is like little fairy poops. I mean, I looked out of the plane's windows when we were above the clouds too. They were just white and fluffy. Don't tell me your clouds look, or your castles look like that. Pretty though. I mean, they went on for miles and miles. Well, yeah, our castles look like that from a distance. Sounds like bullshit. No, I don't believe you. They were just white fluff up close. There weren't any ramparts. How's that defensible? And besides, I know that clouds are just made out of tiny water droplets. If I were up on one of them, I'd fall straight through to my death. Ah! She pauses for a moment and then sighs. Alright, I'll admit it. Admit what? You're making it all? We use magic to hide our castles. Of course. And then falling straight through thing? Well, you know, we're not quite made of the same matter you are. I don't know why that matters to you. The molecular interactions are quite a bit different. We can touch different things. I got something you can touch. Can I? No, please don't. I mean, this ground is still sour to me and I can touch you. At this point, she takes and squeezes my hand, which I find somewhat distracting. Women, I'm trying to look at clouds. Women always are doing that, trying to get in the way of you enjoying your clouds. But some things that are solid to you, I can pass right through. Some things like clouds are solid to me, even though you'd fall straight through them. You're asking me to believe in magic? Well, I am a fairy. I got wings. Magic kind of comes with that. Yeah, I guess so. She's really convinced she's a cloud fairy, and she does seem to have an answer for all the questions I have. As for me... Oh, fuck it. I'll believe her. It seems crazy, and yet somehow I can almost believe it. The conversation trails off with me lost in thought about this strange fairy. I don't know if it's true or not, but if I had a choice to live in a world without magic fairy castles or with magic fairy castles, fuck it, I'm gonna pick the one that's more exciting with fairy castles. I can live in denial, it's alright. The Easter Bunny is real, his name is Edward, and he brings me chocolatey things. We lie there side by side for some time, watching the clouds drift past. She's still holding loosely onto my hand. And then suddenly she jumps to her feet. It's been fun to meet you. You never told me your name. Oh, it's, I extend my hand. I'm Gary, pleased to meet you. Elna the Cloud Fairy. You too. See you tomorrow. What? She's suddenly running for the gate. But where were you asleep? She's already gone. I don't know that she really is a cloud fairy. I think she's just a needy neighbor girl. I hope she'll be okay. That's the point we should hear a car hit her. The next day, I'm back out in my garden, judging the clouds. I consider doing something else today, maybe playing a computer game or go to the park to play football. Somehow, I just like staying in the garden. The weather is more like I prefer, to wide open blue sky and only a couple of thin, wispy clouds. I call them little baby bastard clouds. I wonder how far that, I wonder how that fairy's coping today. Is she really a fairy? What will she have done to sleep? Hello, did you miss me? Oh god, she's so needy. She's so needy. You know, you really shouldn't just come into people's gardens like that. Oh, I'll come, alright. I mean, wouldn't you rather I didn't? You could at least ring the doorbell. You could at least ring the doorbell, you know? That'd be polite. Do you really want me to do that? Really? You really want me to? Oh, God. She's so needy. Well, it's more polite, isn't it? I see. You don't want to spend time with me. Are you alright? I'm sorry I bothered you. Oh, God. She is so needy and insecure. It's okay. Just come in normal the next way through the front door, please. But there was no next time. She was way too damn insecure. We chatted for a bit, and then she politely excused herself. Aw, damn it. I never saw that lost fairy again. But there were 1 or 2 occasions I saw a girl who looked a bit like her walking around the neighborhood. I wanted to go and say hello, but I thought to it can't be her. Personality mismatch? Oh, are you fucking kidding me? You know what, Gary, you just dodged a giant freaking bullet when she is that fucking needy and insecure. But now the worst part is, maybe that's my codependent nature. It's like, I've got to go back and say the right thing to her. I've got to please her. And I kind of want to see what the ending is otherwise. Alright, this time, instead of being like, could you just be polite? I'm going to be like, it's okay. I don't mind invading my personal space. I don't need to have boundaries. No, I don't mind at all. Well then. Satisfied, she sits down beside me. So you didn't manage to get back to your cloud castle? Well, you saw me try. I'll give it another go when my father brings the castle back around here. I thought that was meant to be today. It was, but my family's a bit unreliable when it comes to time. They always be forgetting everything. I can't help giggling at that. What? No, I was just thinking my family's the same. It's the same. Alright, she's needy. She is moody. She is kind of disrespectful of personal boundaries. Apparently they don't teach those in the fairy realm. Oh! Isn't it irritating? You can never know if something will actually happen the time they say it will, or like a week later. Yeah, and if you're meant to meet them somewhere, or you're traveling somewhere with them, they're always like an hour late. Exactly! I hate that shit! So it's like that, and I'll have to wait until I see my family's castle from down here, and then run to join them. Okay. You know, you seem remarkably calm for a girl who's basically lost and can't get home. I'm a fairy, remember? Sorry, not a girl, a fairy. That's not what I said! Confused, I can only say, huh? Poor Gary. Like, whatever he does, he's kind of screwed on. I'm a fairy, but I most definitely am a girl as well. I got the badge to prove it. There are boy fairies, and I'm not one of them, okay? Okay, sorry. You seem very calm for a fairy girl who's lost, then. Well, naturally, fairies don't get worried easily. No, but you get moody and angry easily, don't you? Hey, what are you saying, Mr. Narrator? I'm not a part of this. Leave me out of it. So it would seem. Actually, I suppose it's not true. My father's a bit of a worry wobble. What? He gets worried about a lot of things all the freaking time, man. But that doesn't make him any better with time. She gives me another dazzling smile, and I can't help returning it. So, like, what are you doing today? I don't know, like, hanging around. I would invite you in to play video games, but today is my favorite kind of day, so I'd rather stay outside. Wanna go to the park? Sounds good to me. I show her the way to the local park, a couple of streets away. I feel a bit old to play on the swings and roundabouts and things. What's a roundabout? Is that like a merry-go-round? But Elna seems so happy to see them. She looks about 14 or so, I think, and as much as I can tell these things, but sometimes she acts rather younger. Do you think I could eat my own poop? I wonder if fairies have swings and things. After having a bit of fun on the swings, we sit down side by side on the grass. We hang around at the park for a while with me, sometimes asking her questions about the world above the clouds, and her replying confidently. She replies so quickly and casually that I'm getting more and more convinced it's all true. Does every cloud have fairies living on it? No, of course not. Some are too high or wispy even for us. It'd be like you building a house on a giant fishing net. Oh, that'd be rad. And some have dangerous creatures living on them. Dangerous even to fairies with magic? Magic isn't a simple solution to everything, you know. No, I didn't. I don't live in a world of magic. It's hard to defeat a dragon with a squad of trained fairy magicians even. Wait, now you're telling me there are dragons over in England? Over England? Oh, so we're English. So the roundabouts in England are the streets, right? Where you drive in a circle, so he likes to play in the street? That doesn't seem... maybe his parents don't love him as much as he thought. Mommy, Daddy, I want to play. Go play in the street, son. Okay, Mommy. No, of course not. Dragons don't venture beyond South America. That makes sense. I never know what to make of you, Elna. You keep saying things that make sense, sort of, and then you come out with something that completely throws me for a poop. I mean a loop. I meant it as a compliment, but she just gives me a satisfied grin and says happily, "Yep, that's what life with me will be like." Whoa! Whoa, wait. Life with me? She made plans that we're gonna get married. She is overly attached fairy girlfriend. Life with you? Uh-oh. Wait, you're not going to tell me we're engaged now because of some crazy fairy law or something, are you? Those stories when a mad girl comes into a guy's life often have some kind of trick like that, and there's no way I'm... Oh, that's a good idea! Oh, God, no. No. And Gary's actually a decent guy. But no, nothing like that. I just mean if you're going to be my friend, that's what you're in for. Right. I'm sure that's what you meant. Eventually the day starts to cool down. It's getting late. I think I ought to go home. Elna nods, her hair waving prettily in the breeze. Okay. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow? I smile at her. You know where to come. On your face? Whoa, what? Nothing. See you then. She waves at me, then turns off and runs. I shake my head, grinning to myself, and walk home. The next day, the end of the summer holidays is drawing even closer, which means there's homework to finish off. The weather's distinctly less summery than yesterday. It's a bit cold, too, so I can understand it when my mum says... Oh, definitely English. Are you sure you don't want to go do your homework outside, dear? It's not very sunny, and it looks like it might even rain. I'll be fine, Mom. For some reason, I'm inclined to sit outside in the cold. Oh, yes, if I wanted to. If I should want to stay inside, basically. Whatever, with my textbooks and paper. When I say for some reason, well, here she comes now. Hello, fairy girl. How are you today? I'm good. Father's castle's gonna be passing by soon. I look up at the cloud-filled sky. How can you even tell? What do you mean? There's so many clouds up there all blurring into one. Can you even recognize one cloud amongst the others? She smiles cockily at me. It's a talent that cloud fairies have. I mutter to myself, of course it is. So what does it mean for your people when the whole sky is gray and all the clouds run together? She smiles and starts lecturing. Well, sometimes there's just one very loud cloud, you see. The Duke of Greyvault, I think, lives in a castle in the middle of a huge cloud 100 miles wide. But sometimes it's a lot smaller families come together for conferences. Conferences? Yeah, we'll get our castles and gardens together to get together and have a big discussion about something or other. Oh, gardens, so families have several clouds? Yeah, except for the poor ones. Nobody likes those. She nods approvingly. Exactly, my family may have 2, not counting my father's warship, but sometimes as many as 10. She points at the sky. That one and that one. It doesn't look the same as the one you showed me when we met. Well, of course it'll be different. The water droplets that make the foundation are always changing and moving. Isn't that exactly the opposite of what a foundation should be? Like, if the foundation of my house did that, our house would crumble. Things are different for fairies. You mentioned your castle was passing overhead. Does that mean you should try flying to it again? Yeah, you're right. Could you show me the way to the hill again? I remember it's down the street and then right, then left, but I can't remember the last bit of the way. Yeah, sure. After all this, I definitely want to see her jump again. We arrive at the hilltop. My heart is beating fast, not just from the exertion. If this works, this is going to be the last time I see this fairy, so she just waltzed into my life and turned it upside down for a couple of days. But she said earlier if she was going to be in your life for a long time, can't she just come and visit? But it's been really fun. So I find myself taking a deep breath and say, fuck it, I want to go with her. Elna, can you take me with you? Oh, Gary, you're sweet. But humans can't fly, you silly boy. My blush intensifies. I'm sorry, but there's no way to take a human up to our cloud castles. But I'll be watching over you when we pass over your garden. I might even pee. When you feel the rain, that's me peeing on you. Okay. I need to fly away now. The castle will be drifting away soon. Alright, good luck. She's staring at me for some reason. You need to look away. What? Why? Because otherwise you'll see up my skirt. Somehow I don't think that's the real reason. Though it does change the moment. If she's flying off and I'm like, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Wow, what's that? My eyes widen and then I spin around in the spot and squeeze my eyes tightly closed. She's just gonna run away. Sorry. There's a fond smile in her voice as she replies, "That's alright." I straighten my ears. Is that some kind of fluttering I can hear? "It's been fun, Gary. Goodbye." Her voice trails off, and I crack my eyes open and glance around. There's no sign of Elna, just a whispering from the trees in the breeze. The trees are like, "You're a big dummy. I saw her run away." Goodbye. Goodbye, Elna. There's no reply. I let out a deep breath. I hadn't realized I was holding in a murmur. Well, I guess that's that then. I sigh and start the long walk home. I never meet another cloud fairy, but often when the sky's full of clouds, I look up and wonder how she's doing. Ending 3 of 5, fond farewell. God, this game is really good. Usually I don't do multiple endings in an LP, but I have to see what happens if I ask her to stay. Alright, we're going to ask her to stay with us instead of going. Elna, don't go. Stay with me. Here. Are you serious? Yeah. Life is, it's fun with you in it. Aww. Suddenly she runs to me and gives me an impulsive hug. Alright. Wait, so you just abandoned your family for a boy you just met? Really? Yeah, it's fun to be with you too. Wow. Did I just let myself in for a bigger commitment than I meant to? Time to make babies. What? Where will you sleep? Same place I've been sleeping so far. Where is that? Now that you mention it. I'll bring you over and show you sometime. I hope she's not sleeping in a box. She can stay with my family. Right. I should probably go now, but I'll come over again tomorrow. Okay, sure. I forced myself out of my nervousness to give her a smile and say, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. She waves, turns, and runs off, her wings flapping behind her. Still somewhat astonished at what just happened, I stand there in a daze for a little while before I walk home, worried about what kind of commitment I got myself into. The next day I'm out in the garden, trying to think about homework and failing. Hello, my human friend. Hey, what the heck? Hi. She's dressed differently, and not just that. Hey, what happened to your wings? You silly, I had wings when I was being a fairy. But I'm bored with being a fairy. Today I'm a pirate. Arr! I want your booty. Come look with me for buried treasure. But you... I decided to shut my mouth before I embarrass myself, but she's already noticed. Oh, Gary, do you mean you really believe me? And all the other alternative ones, I never saw you again. Oh, aren't you sweet? Stupid, but sweet. I must bring you over to meet my father. He's gonna think you're a giant dummy head. She winks at me and adds, though if you want, I won't tell him you thought I was a fairy for the first 2 days we knew each other. Yeah, that would be good, thanks. I just introduced you as my gullible friend, but I won't explain it. Life is a lot of fun with Elna in it, even though it's also a lot more mocking in it than there used to be. Ending 2 of 5, the gullible friend. Alright, that means there are 2 endings I didn't do that I'm not actually going to do. This was a lot of fun to play. I will leave the link in the description as I normally do if you want to play it yourself and try and find the other endings. I like the character art, Sun Kitten, and chronoluminaire, whoever made it, I enjoyed it. Good choice with music by Kevin Cloud. This was a lot of fun. Come tell us what you think. Alright, I'll do that. I like the game a lot! Oh wait, that wasn't on Snipper or Cloud Fairy. Alright, everybody, I'll see you all next time. Stay awesome, you Cloud Fairies.